In the newly released New Power update, the War Thunder naval lines were split to form dedicated coastal and blue water fleet tech trees. Due to this, all players now have reserve level destroyers to start those newly added blue water fleet lines. In addition to this, a new tutorial has been added to the game, which will help players to learn how to control these larger vessels. This tutorial also gives a 100 Golden Eagle reward upon completion, so it is worth doing even for already experienced players. The tutorial is called Destroyer Control Basics, and you will find yourself controlling the USS Sumner, a Tier 2 BR 4.7 American destroyer. Once you begin the tutorial, you are first told how to select a target. Now this is usually done with a click of the mouse scroll wheel for PC players, and once a target is selected, your guns will automatically adjust to the range of the target. Once you have locked the target, you are then told to open fire upon it with your main caliber guns. This is a fairly simple initial action in the tutorial. Your second target is much the same, only this time it is a few kilometers away. This will require the use of your vessel's sight system for more accurate aiming. This is much of the same though, as you will simply need to lock the target, aim, and then fire, and if your gunners had adjusted correctly, you should easily score a direct hit on this stationary target. The next step in the tutorial is learning how to tell your secondary gunners which targets to engage using the Toggle Gunner Targets key. Now the stock binding for this on PC is E, and this will allow your gunners to toggle between 4 different targeting modes: surface targets, air targets, all targets, and no targets. You are initially shown how to tell your gunners to only engage surface vessels, before then being shown how to use the air target mode, which will of course target air targets. Personally, I tend to stick with the all targets mode, although toggling between these modes can come in handy from time to time. The final weapon that is demonstrated by the tutorial are torpedoes. These can be fired with the launch torpedoes key, which is commonly assigned to the spacebar, and can then be assisted with the torpedo aiming mode, which will greatly help with improving your accuracy. The last action of the tutorial is to show the player how to move their vessel. These movements are commonly assigned to the WASD keys, with W and S changing the propeller speeds of the vessel, and then A and D being used for steering. The B key is then usually used for commanding a full stop of the vessel. Once you have then captured a target zone, the tutorial will end and you will have earned 100 Golden Eagles, a fairly simple way to earn some Golden Eagles, and also a fairly decent way of teaching newer players how to use these larger ships. Overall, this tutorial teaches more or less everything you would need to know to start out in the earlier destroyers in War Thunder, although it does miss out on some of the less common weapon types that you may encounter, such as depth charges, mines, and mortars. However, in my experience, the use of these weapon types is quite easy to pick up once you actually have a vessel with them on board. Nonetheless, that'll be it from me. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider dropping a like, and as always, if you wish to see more content such as this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.